When Lindsay Lohan appears on Live with Kelly and Mark, audiences know they're in for a mixture of charm, candid revelations, and unexpected honesty. But even Kelly Ripa, a seasoned host who has heard nearly everything from Hollywood's brightest stars, wasn't prepared for the jaw-dropping reason Lindsay gave when explaining why she loves calling Dubai home. The actress, once known as the quintessential American it girl with paparazzi following her every move, has transformed into a woman at peace in a glittering city halfway across the globe. And when Kelly Ripa pressed her about the choice, Lindsay's answer left everyone stunned and quietly impressed. From Hollywood starlet to Dubai resident. For most fans, Lindsay's decision to move to Dubai years ago felt like a retreat from the limelight. The city, often associated with skyscrapers, luxury shopping, and ultra-modern lifestyles, seemed like an odd destination for someone who had conquered Hollywood before she even hit her 20s. But for Lindsay, Dubai represented a clean slate. After years of being relentlessly photographed, critiqued, and pursued, she found herself craving something different, a life where she could simply be Lindsay instead of Lindsay Lohan, headline magnet. On Live, Kelly Ripa leaned in curiously, asking the question everyone wanted answered. So, what is it about Dubai? Why there, of all places? Lindsay smiled knowingly before dropping the surprise. The shocking reason. I love living in Dubai, Lindsay said, pausing for effect, because there's no paparazzi. Kelly's eyes widened instantly. Wait, what? No paparazzi? At all? None, Lindsay replied with a laugh. It's like this invisible weight was lifted off my shoulders. You can go for a walk, sit at a cafe, or even go to the beach, and nobody's hiding in the bushes waiting to catch you in your worst moment. That kind of freedom, you can't put a price on it. The audience erupted into applause. Kelly, visibly surprised, shook her head. I honestly don't know if I could imagine that, living without someone following you with a camera. For Lindsay, though, it wasn't just about dodging flashbulbs. It was about reclaiming normalcy. She explained how, in Dubai, celebrities aren't treated like public property. There's a cultural respect for privacy, and locals are more inclined to greet her politely than to pull out a phone for selfies. A fresh start away from the spotlight. To many viewers, Lindsay's admission was eye-opening. In the US and Europe, celebrities can barely step outside without generating dozens of photos that make their way onto gossip sites within minutes. For someone like Lindsay, who had endured the ruthless tabloid era of the early 2000s, escaping that cycle was essential for her growth. It gave me space to focus on myself, she told Kelly. I could think about what I wanted out of life, not what the world expected me to be. I started working on projects I cared about, building my family life, and just breathing. Kelly, clearly touched, admitted she could understand the appeal. I think all of us, whether we're in Hollywood or not, crave a little privacy. But for you, it must feel revolutionary. Lindsay nodded. It is. It's like finding balance again. Life beyond the cameras. Of course, Lindsay didn't stop there. She went on to describe her everyday life in Dubai, a world away from the chaos she once knew. Instead of late-night parties being plastered across magazines, she finds herself attending family gatherings, exploring new restaurants, and strolling through outdoor markets without a second thought. I'm just me, she said simply. Not a character, not a headline, just Lindsay. That authenticity has seeped into her career as well. With a distance from Hollywood's constant scrutiny, Lindsay has found joy in returning to acting on her own terms, such as her recent Netflix projects. She's also embraced motherhood, which she described as her greatest role yet. Dubai gave me the foundation to build this chapter of my life, she explained. Kelly's playful reaction. Kelly, never one to resist a witty quip, leaned back in her chair and said, Well, Lindsay, you may have just convinced me to pack up my bags and move to Dubai. If I could go grocery shopping without being recognized, I think I'd faint. The audience laughed, but the sincerity in Lindsay's story lingered. For Kelly and co-host Mark Consuelos, it was a reminder that fame comes with invisible costs that most people rarely consider. It's funny, Kelly mused, because people assume fame equals freedom, but in your case, it sounds like Dubai finally gave you the freedom you'd been missing all along. Lindsay agreed wholeheartedly. Exactly. It's not about escaping the work or the fans. It's about living without fear of being watched every single second. It's about feeling safe. The bigger picture. For fans, Lindsay's revelation is more than just a quirky fact about her adopted city. It's a window into the resilience of a woman who has lived through the highest highs and the lowest lows in public view. By choosing Dubai, Lindsay didn't just escape paparazzi. She reclaimed control over her narrative. And in sharing that reason so openly, she reminded viewers that sometimes the most shocking answers are the simplest ones. Privacy, peace, and the chance to be yourself. These are luxuries that even Hollywood's brightest stars yearn for. Closing moments. As the segment wrapped up, Ripa leaned in with a smile. Lindsay, thank you for being so open with us. I think we all learned something today, not just about Dubai, but about the importance of carving out a life that makes you happy. The audience applauded warmly, and Lindsay, glowing with gratitude, gave a small nod. Thank you. That's really all I've been trying to do. And with that, the interview ended, leaving fans buzzing with admiration. Not only had Lindsay Lohan shocked Ripa with her candid confession, but she had also given the world a valuable reminder. Sometimes happiness isn't about glitz or glamour. It's about finding a place where you can finally exhale.